If you ever need to check the polarity on your speakers, this is how you do it. So I got these Peavey speakers here, and they use 1/4-inch jacks, so it's not your standard stuff for your home theater stuff. So to figure out if you got the polarity correct, you want your speaker to pop out. And what am I talking about? So you supply it with voltage, like a 12-volt source will work, and I have this light bulb hooked into this little guy that's supplying me with 12 volts, and I'll have the light bulb on the positive side just as a buffer. So just in case I short these out, the light bulb's going to light up and it's not going to blow a fuse or burn up wires. So that's my buffer. So what you want to see is when you touch down here, this is how you see if your polarity is correct. And what do I mean by that? Positive and the negative. So I know already that this is the negative. So I'm going to put that down here, and I'm going to tap the tip, and you see the speakers popping out. When the speakers pop out, that means you have the polarity correct. So that means this is positive because it's the red wire. Speakers popping out. If you reverse it, this is the wrong way. The speakers are pulling in. See how that's popping in? That's not what you want. That means your polarity is wrong. So you want to make sure you get polarity right before you start hooking this stuff up. There you go. The speakers are popping out. I don't know if that's coming through on the video, but that's how it works. So this is the other set, and as you can see, the 10-inch mid-range is working. When I do the little test here, I'm doing this with my hand, but the 12-inch sub bummer is not working, so I'm going to pull it out and maybe swap it out with that other 12 on those other off brands, just to have something in here. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer. And the tweeters are not working either. So the tweeters are blown on both of these, but this one down here, I know what it's going to sound like when I get all the drivers hooked up. These things sound pretty good. This is funny. I pulled out the 12-inch that was working on this other set to put in the Peavey set, and there's a washer and a little small nut and a bolt and a washer just right there on the back side of the magnet. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but I guess it's from the pole mounts up here. Yeah, that's what it is. The bolts are slipping through. Yeah, I would say that is a design flaw. Right, so here's the blown 12-inch that came out of the T-300 PV. And this is out of another set that I got for free. So let's compare. The front's the same. The surround looks pretty close. The holes match up. So let's turn it over. I haven't checked the ohm load difference between the two yet. But this is the blown PV driver. We'll turn it around this way. This is the good one. And it's kind of tricky with one hand. So the magnets look pretty close to the same. They even have this weird hole right here, which is odd. I guess that's for manufacturing purposes. And this one has a bigger one. About the same size motors. This one's a little bit bigger, taller, the magnet, than this one. And the connections are about the same. And the positives on the same side, like it is here. So the only thing is I got to desolder these connections or rig up something so I can hook up the 10-inch driver. The way these work is the 12-inch hooks up and then the 10-inch pigtails on it parallel. So that's the difference between the two drivers. The frame is not the same. This one has a curve in. This is a straight frame. So they're pretty close. All right, well, there's the new driver in there, the new used driver, Community. So now we have a little mixture there. So let's check the polarity. So I'm going to do my little polarity test here. And the driver's popping out, 12-inch, and the 10-inch is popping out. So that's how you check for polarity again. So positive, 12 volts, 9-volt battery works great. And the speaker's popping out. Now it's time to fix the tweeters. So this is the tweeter assembly here. It came out with just 4 screws right out of here, real easy. And I only want one tweeter up there because these are pretty harsh. This is, you know, made for concerts and stuff. So I have a whole bunch of these that I got from Parts Express for like 89 cents each. I unscrewed this piezo tweeter, and this is just a plastic little horn. So I unscrewed this one, and it's a perfect match, except for the connections are different, but that's fine. And this one I unscrewed, and this one fits right on there perfectly, and we'll have one piezo tweeter right in the center. It'll be perfect. All right, it's ready to go. I left these hooked up. I taped them so they wouldn't short anything out. That way, if I ever wanted to put the other ones in there, hook them up, that would be fine. This is the old one that's not working that came out. So I did notice that this was able to come out, which one of the solder joints on the back side of this piezo tweeter right there is not there. So that's probably why it's not working. So I can probably hook up audio to here, positive and negative, and get this to work again. But we're going to address that later. So now I just need to put this back up in here, hook the connections up, screw the 4 screws in, and we're going to do another sound check. All right, we got them completely restored. I put one tweeter in each one. Got a little poker face playing in the background. It's got a different sub in that one. We're going to drive it with just this little 15 watts per channel. That's all we got here, 15 watts. Sounds really good for what I'm driving it with, this little bitty $15 DC amplifier. So yep, they're ready to go into the home theater setup. Alright, let's see if we can see a difference. This is the one with the oddball sub in it.
Every time I press play, they're trying to take mine.
And we're going to switch it to the one that doesn't have the oddball. So far, I can't tell any difference. I need to really play a test tone, and that's the bottom set.
Dare call me a terrorist.
I'll turn it up a little bit.
I know we're the terrorists. True though, Trudeau. They possess you. They oppress you. Now I'm
All right, that's a good bass line. So we'll see what the top one sounds like. Of course, it's going to sound different when it's on top of the other speaker, because it's not basing off the...
Oppress you. Now I'm the voice who will address you. They immunosuppress you. Those with the job, they might cardiac arrest you.
Of course, it sounds louder. It sounds louder because it's higher. So yeah, that's going to work.
I said, hey baby, where you going with that? She said, home to feed a hungry cat. If you feed no Tom pretty good these days, she said, never mind son, get out the way. The baby's too cooking, but not for me. Got another man that's plain to see. On my picture with her front door. Don't say, don't you come around no more. Head now for a month or two and nearly starved myself. My pops got arrested sitting on a shelf. But right about now I got myself in a different mood. I think I could eat a little Mexican food. Hey, well, you you know what, man, I see the girl every once in a while. She got real fat, man, she ain't my style. Got me a new cooking, that's a treat. We eat a Mexican food and watch Dr. Ruth. Baby's still cooking, but not for me.